Hello there and welcome. Today we have a 1v1, a mid-elo cast. This is going to be the blue player playing as the Franks versus red playing as the Aztecs. I'm not going to try and pronounce either of these people's names. I think it might be kind of easy to pronounce, but regardless, we're just going to refer to them as red, or the Aztec player, versus blue. This is going to be a little bit higher elo than myself, at 1500 to 1600. A little bit of an advantage to the Aztec player having slightly higher elo. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how these players play. I'm not sure how this matchup necessarily goes. I think it's going to be Aztec favored, if I had to guess, especially with the infantry meta that's kind of going on. More so infantry and I guess towers. Very nice boiler and deer push from the Frank player. So he's going to be able to make a pretty nice clean Dark Age so far. Very little TC idle time from either player, 04 and 02. We do have a rather safe gold for our Aztec player. Just playing on Arabia. Much less safe for the Franks, but still very easily to wall that, so it's probably not too big of an issue. I'm sure he can still play defensively if he likes to, which it does appear he is doing. Grabbing those geese, and he is starting to wall up nice and early, so definitely trying to prepare for some forward aggression from this Aztec player. It looks like a deer lure messed up there. A little bit of a AFK scout. Not sure what we're doing there, blue. Regardless, man-at-arms opening is certain at this point from the Aztec player. Very early barracks. In fact, pre-mill barracks, so that is going to be a couple of them of militia heading across the map. That might be early enough that it's not a man-at-arms. Wow, interesting. 2 palisade thick. Wouldn't have done that myself, but yeah, so this could just be pre-mill drush and no man-at-arms upgrade. I mean, maybe eventually gets to that point, but looking to me at this point, I mean, there's no mining of the gold, so it may just be, yeah, a couple of militia and then fast castle from our red player. We'll have to see. Nope, not fast castle. That's a pretty quick age up time for feudal, so was wrong about that one. But Franks are going to be up a little bit sooner, just a tad sooner. A little bit more TCL time, but 5 seconds isn't going to make pretty much any difference at all. Mill's going up for red there. I think both players have pushed in all their deer and gathered all their sheep, so pretty stock standard, nice and friendly Dark Age from both of these players. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to click. We'll sit in on a single lumber camp. I think that is kind of the play these days. I myself do that. Not a lot of choppers on this camp though. Only 6. That's just, I guess it's just infantry. You don't need extra. Oh, I forget the Aztecs start with more gold. That makes sense. Yeah, you can get up to 5. With loom, right? Yeah, that's nice. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so a little bit less on wood for the Aztec player. I suppose that's just because he doesn't need to build another military building. That's not going to be a kill. Nice little bit of poke, though. Weakens the Vil. Blue's up, and we should be seeing a stable come down anytime. I like the wall. A quick wall for that villager. Keeps him safe. So stable will be getting plopped down relatively quickly here. A little bit of lag here. Maybe I'm lagging out just a tad. Still only 6. Its man-at-arms upgrade is coming in, and a big chunk. Well, not a big chunk. I thought we'd have more man-at-arms being created, but I guess he just doesn't have the funds for it just yet, or he didn't have the funds for when he plopped that down. There's the stable. They're gonna want to house wall that. He's not seeing it. He's not seeing it, and that stable's getting denied. Ooh, that's really killer. It's not too bad, as long as we don't panic, which it doesn't look like he is, or it doesn't look like he is. I do really like that stable. Build it towards your TC. Really nice walls. Beautiful reaction here from blue. This is better than I would have done. Although he does need to make sure he gets these walls up. Oh, I don't think he's going to. Yep. Bit of a bummer. That was super close. Probably another house in there would have made the difference. Vil will go down. So advantage red at this point. It looks like we have, well, just a little bit of scouting, but no. Okay, some scouts are coming out. He's committing to the scouts as his answer. So this is something I do against men-at-arms. It's not good. You really do need an archery range. I think probably when he got that stable denied, he needed to put down an archery range rather than the stable. You can get away with it though, especially if your civ has a bonus for those scouts, which the Franks do. So maybe this works out. A little bit more HP. You gotta fight with these Vils though. That Vil's gonna die. He's just free. So the scouts need help fighting this. They will lose otherwise, unless Red's not paying attention. Fair bit of chunk. And maybe he just waits for more scouts to come out. It doesn't look like Red is continuing Man-at-Arms production, so I think Red is just going to try and wall up his own base, it does appear, and get up to Castle Age as quickly as possible. Farms are already coming down. Meanwhile, Blue is still struggling to finish off the food he has under the TC. It does look like the Man-at-Arms get cleaned up. I totally missed that. Hold up. Let's go back just a tad. All right, so Red walks under the TC. Ooh, big misplay from Red. 2 Man-at-Arms go down basically for free. He's going to clear all of these up. And now Red's in big trouble. We need some spearmen being made pronto. His base is not walled, and Blue has enough scouts to be threatening. So Blue's going to head forward with those scouts and see if he can get some counter damage. We are behind a single Vil. Franks did lose 1 Vil, so it's not super good position. However, the fact that Red lost his military is very handy. 1 spearman already out, placed on the gold. Another spearman coming out of there, so he should be able to have some decent defense. But Blue, if he's pretty good with these scouts, can probably snipe a Vil or 2. It's really open on the gold. And the wood. I mean, that stuff isn't too protected. No more spears are coming out. He can snipe spears too. I really think Red needs more spears. He's not respecting this at all. Maybe he's not too worried. Let's see how it plays out. Comes in here, looks for the Vil. Back out, back out. Don't take the spear hit. Very nice. You just gotta snipe that spear. There you go. Beautiful. High ground, next spear. I love it. Well played. This is textbook. This is good stuff. I like this. Okay, you can get the Vil snipe. This is putting Red behind quite a bit. In fact, TC idle time for both these players is shooting up. Golly, that's gonna be 1 Vil dead though, which is really good. Evens out the score. That's what we want to see. Sorry, I think I'm starting to root a little bit for the Frank player. It's just because I'm a scout opener myself, and so the Man-at-Arms openings, there's things that I have to deal with on a frequent basis, so I'm definitely, I guess, a little bit biased there. Probably not the best. Ugh, TC idle time though. We are still a Vil behind due to our TC idle time. Lots of TC idle time from both players, so gonna be interesting what the Castle Age uptime is for both these players. It's looking fairly good for the Frank player. That's probably the Berry Bush bonus coming in. Oh, and archers. I didn't even notice that. Hello, archery range from Red. 6 archers. I really don't think these archers should be here. Archery range from Blue as well. I'm missing everything. What are these walls? Those are some really, really wide open walls. House gets deleted. Kind of handy. Red should be going forward with these archers. You don't want them to stay at the base. Just build like a single skirm to deal with that archer, and then get your spearman back on. That's another house down. That one I don't think got deleted. That's gonna be another Vil kill. Beautiful, beautiful from Red. He needs to get on that TC though. He's still behind a Vil. Every time he kills a Vil, he gets behind 1 Vil. It's too funny. But it is putting the pressure on Red, and I think Red is faltering just a tad because these archers should be over at Blue's base, which they are not. And so that's gonna be really helpful. Ooh, misclick here. This builder's gonna walk all the way around. If Red doesn't catch that, it could be another Vil, but I don't think Blue's gonna be around for that either. Plus you'd have to get through the archers, so probably safe. Oh, okay, maybe I'll just delete the palisade layer. Funny stuff. Okay, well, we got a pretty good game here so far. Both players hitting each other. Some decent aggression. We're gonna have a chop through from Red. That tree's gonna go down pretty quick. Wonder if Blue will spot it. It doesn't look like Blue is continuing any more scout production. I think he will be hitting Castle Age first, especially at this rate. Lots of double walling. He's gonna keep himself real nice, real safe. I'm imagining, since he's a Frank player, well, I don't know, maybe they hit random, but since he's playing Franks, I would imagine that we're gonna see a stable coming up. If Red market abuses, he might be able... No, he's not gonna be able to get up to Castle Age first either way. It's definitely gonna be advantage Blue if he can get his full walls up though, actually. If these archers get in there in time, that is an interesting palisade. I thought that was a outpost or something. Yeah, if these archers are able to break through, there could be some problems here. Castle Age has been clicked up for both players. slightly ahead for blue, though it is not too big of a difference. And in fact, we actually have a 3 vil advantage. No wheelbarrow for Aztecs. Well, it's closer to 2, but you get the gist. Just because of the TC idle time. Still, 3 vils working on economy during this time is actually pretty big for red. So, especially as Aztecs, he's going to be able to get a little bit more in resources collected, which he is already ahead in. Lots of vils there to try and wall up. Kind of some panic walls, if I'm being honest. I mean, you had a lot of time, but he is very, very determined to keep the archers from getting into his base, which he will be able to do. These archers definitely aren't breaking through anytime soon. I wonder if... Okay, Eagle Rush is going to be the follow-up from red. He has made a second barracks as well, so that's pretty textbook. That palisade could go down if it's targeted. On the hill as well. It'll take some time. Oops. Don't know what these scouts are doing. We'd probably take the low HP one and auto scout with it. That's what I would do. Extra walls, man. Blue, I don't know what blue's planning. I don't see... Okay, there's 2 stables. 2 stable knights. That makes sense. 38 vils, yeah. Or sorry, 35 vils, not 38 vils. 35 vils, you can afford 2 stable knights pretty comfortably on that. That makes sense to me. Wood upgrade immediately purchased. I do like that. And we should be having knights come out for both. Free bloodlines is obviously very, very nice for the Franks. It's not free bloodlines, it's just the 20% HP. And since knights are at exactly 100 HP, they get the 20. So effectively in Castle Age, it's free bloodlines. Crossbows coming in for the Aztec player though. And he's gonna have a better army. I mean, knights are nice, but I would like to see more crossbows coming out though. Didn't make any more. 9 crossbows isn't too threatening, if we're being honest. Who's building extra TCs? No one. It seems to be forward aggression from both players. Anyone building a forward siege workshop at all? That's the other question. Did red cut through? He did, but he blocked it. Very nice. Alright, red's gonna try and break in. I think there will be enough knights to potentially counter this. +2 to cavalry is not a big deal. +1/+1 knights. Well, almost +1/+1. Bit of panic walling. That's pretty good. Just funnel the eagles into your town center. Very nice. I don't know. This is pressure. If blue can't handle this pretty nice and neatly. 9 knights. I don't think that's enough, especially without the second armor upgrade. Yep, he doesn't either. He backs it up just a bit. Nice little bit of dancing from both these players. No one's committing too much just yet. Whoever puts down the second TC might be able to gain the advantage. Speaking of, red is placing said second TC right against the wood line. Well, not quite right against it, but decent enough placement. Blue's doing the same. I mean, these guys are basically clones. What the heck? Playing pretty much a carbon copy game. But I like it. I'm enjoying it. I mean, not the exact same, obviously. Franks are going for knights, and Aztecs going for archers, eagles, so. Monks are very, very handy, actually, here. I'm leaning towards the Aztec player at this rate, just because he is ahead in Vils, and then he's actually got a variety of units. Third TC coming down for him as well. Monks are just really ideal in this setup, unless, of course, red doesn't see that. No, blue! Oh, you could have gone to the monk. Scouts all get cleaned up. Big rip. All right, that's another free relic for the Aztec player. 9 knights is not it, man. You need more knights. On 2 town centers? You kidding? It's 10 knights. Okay, there's another one. Iron casting, he's just going for the upgrades. +2, +2. You gotta commit to like the 1 TC, I think. Monks go down, but all of these knights are gonna get converted. Oh, this is just a horrible fight for blue. 4 converted knights. His army's the same size as yours now. Well, his knight army's the same size. Red is just gonna finish these off. Blue is just throwing away his knights for no reason at all. That's gonna definitely be GG, I believe. Red's gonna go forward. This is a massive army. And blue is doing some panic walling. Well, not really panic walling, but third stable. Could be good. You might need to idle your TCs to get enough army out. I just don't think the knights are it. Do we have a mangonel yet? We built the siege workshop, but we didn't make a mangonel. Like a mangonel could really help with this. You get a lot of damage on the infantry. Maybe squash the crossbows as well. I don't know. Especially since red's on 3 TCs, I do think that is game. This is going to be GG. 4th stable coming up for blue. It does not have the economy to sustain that, oh. Only 20 farms. That's not going to be nearly enough. And only 10 miners too, gold miners. So I really want to see some forward siege from red. If you just bring forward a couple of monks in a siege workshop. Oh, he's just diving the TC. I like that too, if I'm being honest. That's pretty nice. Gonna kill all these vills. I don't know, I think blue taps out anytime soon. Dang, my game keeps jumping. I'm gonna have to check my settings after this. Pretty interesting matchup. I don't know that we got to explore it fully. No castles got put down. But I feel like this is stock standard play from both civs. The only difference I think should be skirms maybe for blue. Well, actually, instead of skirms, I'd much rather just see some mangonels. That's not necessarily Frank's forte, but against this army, I think it would really help. Oh, he is playing on. Vill count is actually kind of even. I don't know why. I assume just more TC idle time from red. More military though, but there's no siege. Like, this is a dangerous army, but all of blue's eco is pretty much defended by these town centers for now. So it's really not too big of a deal just yet. I mean, it should be. It really should be, I think. And maybe I'm just too aggressive. Maybe I'd be throwing away my whole army and getting a disadvantage. But blue's on 4 stable knights. The numbers are starting to rack up. I still don't think he can quite afford it, but he's managing to pump the numbers rather decently. 20 knights. And I really, well, I think he's gonna go to his opponent's base. I'd really like him to. Like, just continue doing your walling. Add a couple more walls. Get a mangonel out, man. And defend with that. House is gonna go down pretty quick. Nice, and the knights are gonna go fight in the enemy base. Perfect, perfect, beautiful. That's what I want to see. Red does see it. He's gonna wall up. I don't think there's any easy to exploit holes. The Vill doesn't get there in time. The eagle blocked him. Oh, this is massive. Okay, lots of fighting happening under blue's TC. He may be able to clean that up pretty well, but the knights are in and they are wreaking havoc. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. That doesn't block it. The knights are gonna come in. Oh, that whole wood line can get destroyed. Oh, this is so good for blue. He is back into the game. He's taking way less damage. Like, there's eagles running around his base, but he actually has military fighting him. There's nothing fighting blue right now, except Vills. And he has to walk, red has to walk his whole army back home. Okay, this could be bad though. Blue has a decent amount of knights, but if he can't, yep, I like that. He's gonna go hit the gate, he's gonna get out. You wanna keep your army alive, because if you go in and you fight, you're back into the same situation you were. The Vill count's still relatively even. Blue's trying to deal with the raids at home. So far, he's doing fairly well. Mangonel finally out. Beautiful. Love to see it. 4th TC gonna be coming down for red. I mean, the momentum is really back and forth this game. I still think it's advantage red, but neither player is gonna know who's ahead. Like, blue's score is technically higher, so maybe that's making him feel good. Alright, TC canceled. Probably gonna be put somewhere else. I still think that's a good spot. Blue's left with the knights. Do we have a monk? Do we have monastery? Do we have healing? Be nice to have a monastery with monks and some healing. Would love to see that, but it doesn't seem like there is just yet. Still 20 knights though. Monk goes down for free from red. I'd like to get rid of these outposts as well. There's too much vision from red. No 4th TC from red. I think that's fine given the context that he is ahead right now. Oops, there we go. Switch vision. And I think he's fairly comfortable in that knowledge. I don't know. I feel like there could be a TC back here. But I guess the thing is, even if his opponent is on 3 TCs, you've been on 3 TCs for longer, so maybe red's feeling pretty darn comfortable about this. Big knight army coming in. Really decent engagement, I think. But the monks are gonna get their conversions. I do think this is too many knights. I think advantage blue here. He's gonna kill all of this. 8 knights for a bunch of monks and eagles. I don't know, kind of even. I'm not sure who actually won that fight. Not too bad for either player, I suppose. Ooh, a forward castle. That could be really easy for blue to deny if blue sees it. Let's get blue's vision on here. I imagine blue will be going for a castle of his own. Both players are going to want that hill. You need to move your army forward. All right, blue's going to go for a castle on the face. Blue's going to spot this castle if it starts getting placed. He's going to see the vills. Huge fight ensuing. Oh, what a mess. What a beautiful mess. It's going to be huge for blue. What a swing in the game, man. A massive swing in the game. Don't start it. Don't start the castle. Oh, no. Blue sees it. He can deny the castle. He can kill the vill. Okay, it gets canceled at least, so we don't lose 650 stone. Castle's going to be placed here defensively. Panic castle from red, but that is definitely the play. I mean, this really worked out well for blue. Now take the hill that your opponent was going for. Maybe put it over. I don't know about that. Is that on a hill? Maybe slightly? Okay, it's probably not bad. You can deny, I guess, a gold. Not the worst thing. All right, I'm okay with it. It's a little aggressive. I find that archer players, not that the Aztec player is going like pure archers, he's going plenty with eagles and stuff. But I imagine that the archer player, oh goodness, are we gonna get this denied? No, it's still too many knights. Castle's gonna go up. Some eagles are focusing on the vills, which is actually bad in this scenario. I think they lose the fight regardless. So anyway, yeah, I was gonna say archer players tend to get up to Imperial a little bit faster. So offensive castles you want to be really careful with, especially as a cav player, unless you're really good at hitting imp yourself, which I myself am not, because you don't have to be later. But I've found in my experience at my level, it definitely does occur that the archer player gets there first. So yeah, you want to be a little careful with forward castles just because it might get trebbed down pretty quickly. That being said, yeah, I kind of wish it were more defensive. I'm not gonna lie. It's not really denying anything from red. Like, sure, you're taking this gold from him, but it's not like he was on that. Hill will be eventually. Some more Vill kills getting picked up. Blue has a lot of idle TC time. Another, oh, beautiful. Oh, single Vill building that castle. But I love this castle. This is great. He's gonna be able to probably deny this TC as well. He is absolutely ransacking Red's base right now. Red's got more stuff. Red's better at making lots of stuff. Well, at least different units and vills. Obviously, Blue's just spamming knights, and that's what Franks do really, really well. That being said, though, these knights are really paying for themselves. It's gonna be another win fight. One fight. No, he's going for the vills. Don't go for the vills. I guess you have to. The TC is gonna go up. But he's gonna finish this castle. Now, I don't think the castle will range that TC. Elevation can kind of mess with things, so maybe it does. But I don't think it will. So yeah, it's hitting the mining camp. So not a big deal. In Imp, that will become a big deal, but he just needs to make sure he goes Imp, which he is very close. Honestly, like, just buy it, dude. Do we have a market? No way. No market? What? This guy's built different, man. No market? He's finally making a monastery. How do you survive with no market? He might not even be able the first one to click up to Imp, because Red does have a market. No! What are you buying? What are we getting? Okay, Imp. Good, beautiful, awesome. I think he saw it and he canceled. It was probably Vills. He'd queued up Vills. Awesome. Okay, so Imp's gonna be the exact same time for these players. Not bad, especially since Blue has 2 castles, so he'll be able to get more trebs out. But there's a big Vill advantage for the Aztecs. Resource collected is hugely in their favor. Over 5,000 resources collected advantage. Knights are just really carrying their weight in gold. So some really decent raids. Man, this game, I thought it was gonna be over really quick, but this is really advanced. Just because of the Vill count, I think it's advantage Red. But look at the score, man. And Red definitely I don't know, there's something lacking in maybe the micro and the fights. Or maybe it's just the decision making. I like the second castle, that's huge. He'll probably get that up before Imp comes up as well. So Red's gonna even out the Treb numbers when that does take effect. But either way, I mean, the score says Blue's in the lead. Not by much, but it says he's in the lead. When in reality, I think it is still Red that's in the lead. Especially once he gets his second castle and they both start spamming out Trebs. Red has a better economy for the Trebs. Only 9 wood choppers. Oh, and Blue's getting raided. It was a good comeback. It was a really good comeback with the Knight spam, but I do think this might be the nail in the coffin for Blue. Red's now raiding his opponent. He's very safe and comfortable at home with a whole lot of economy. All these vills have nowhere to go. They're going to be dying to so many Eagle Warriors. Oh, probably not. Eagle Warrior raids, though, definitely ransacking Blue's base, causing a whole lot of problems. 47 Vill count. He still has the score lead! How does he still have the score lead? Imp gets hit for both players, but there's no wood. There's no wood at all for Franks. And he doesn't have a market, so he can't buy the wood either. There's going to be no Trebs coming out of these castles, whereas Red has them coming out right away. Oh, you should have you shouldn't be making them from one castle, you should be making them from both, bud. Not that it matters in this instance. Pikemen are on the field as well, and I do think that is going to counter everything the Frank player has. He doesn't seem to be switching onto anything else. It's gonna be some desperate Knight plays. Killing these vills is nice, but you've got half the economy of your opponent. He still has the score lead, dude. I don't understand how he has the score lead. That is nuts. These Knights are gonna run into the castle. Do they heal in the castle? I think they do. I can't tell. Treb finally gets purchased. I guess he can dive the Treb a couple of times, but look how many pikes there are. Yeah. Third castle coming up for Red. Sorry, I'm yawning. It's getting a little late. This Knight's gonna dive the TC once again. I mean, they'll be able to kill it, but it doesn't really matter. I say it doesn't really matter. To Blue, it probably does. Blue doesn't see this. Blue sees that his opponent has 2 castles, and there's 3 TCs. Red obviously has another really far back castle. Love the deep dive. He's gonna see that 5th TC, so he knows his opponent has a ton of economy. You could deny that. I think there's a hole there. Darn, he still could have denied that castle. Unlucky if he had run through. That's certainly just a defensive castle. Probably to defend a whole bunch of farms back here, and obviously finishing off the stone from Red. Plenty of Treb numbers. That is going to be taking down Blue's castles. He's starting to go throwing axemen, though I don't think they're going to be able to do enough in this instance. All the Knights are being cleaned up. That raid is pretty much finished. 94 vills. Red finally has the score lead, and I do think the writing is on the wall here at this point. I'm not sure what Blue goes for. You're an Imp, but you haven't really grabbed anything for... You still only have +1 armor? We don't have +2 armor? Why did we get attack first? Is that better against Eagles? Do I not know things? Yeah, that's definitely gonna be GG, I think. I mean, Blue doesn't know it yet. His score still is fairly high. But he does not have the Trebs to counteract this attack. Red has the counter to Blue's units, besides, I guess, obviously, a whole bunch of axemen and bearded axe coming in. You know what? I was wrong before. I said Blue's done. The game's over before, and I was wrong. Blue really turned it into a nice conversions. Ooh, that's super unlucky for Blue. Well played from Red. But anyway, Blue scrapped it back, and he started doing a lot of damage to Red. I started believing. So I will hold off on my final judgment here. These throwing axemen could be the key. If they can decimate this army, and if Blue can snipe the Trebs and start pushing with his own, maybe stuff changes. Still, that's gonna be... What is that? The 6th TC? No, that's the... Yeah, that is the 6th TC coming down from Red. You don't need that many TCs. You're already at 100 vills. Throwing axemen! No, they're dying! It would have been so epic. They've been revealed. I don't know if red's gonna care about too much of a counter other than just building more eagles. Oh, the trebs are gonna go down though. He is not protecting those. Axes do melee, so they will eat through those trebs instantly. Blue does buy himself a whole lot of time with that. There's no other siege on the field for red. In fact, he hasn't even built any more trebs. He just had those 3. So that's gonna buy blue a whole lot of time. We do finally see a market from him. I hope that thing wasn't around for a long time, and I was just blind to it. There's a hole! Eagles into blue's eco again. Oh no. Oh, it's still rough. I mean, it's great that he was able to take down... Don't go with a single treb. That's going to be sniped so easily. It was great that he was able to take down those trebs, but he's not noticing this. He still hasn't noticed this. He's microing over here. He's so focused. He's going to kill this monk. He's going to kill that monk. He's got to get out from underneath the castle and his entire eco... Oh, he does notice. Good job. Good job. He's better than me. Still a lot of vills being lost. A farming eco being put completely underground. And yep, that treb gets sniped very easily from the pikemen, and I think these axemen are about to be cleared up. The GG is called. Well played. That was a pretty exciting one, I'm not gonna lie. Blue surprised me. I kept doubting him, and he did eventually lose, but he sure lost with style. I liked the play. Awesome. All right, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you later.